Yesterday, at precisely 2:06 a.m., the door of my bedroom flew open and my wife Julie and I were jolted awake. Silhouetted in the doorway was our 12-year-old son Sam. The anxiety in his voice was palpable. He began, "Dad, I was lying in bed and I looked up at the ceiling and I watched a spider drop into my bed. And I tried to catch it, but he escaped and I can't find him. There's a spider loose in my bed." Again, the anxiety in his voice was palpable. Hi, I'm Jim Dunlop, and I'm here with my partner, Jamie French, today. And on behalf of Advent Partners, we wanted to share a few thoughts and reactions to the recent market volatility. Like my son, Sam, many of us are feeling that palpable sense of anxiety. We've experienced 4 straight months of losses in both stocks and bonds, and we're soon on our way to a 5th month. That unmistakable pit or that feeling in our stomach when we open our statements can fill us with dread. And we wonder and we worry, will I still have enough to retire? Will we be able to send our children to college? Will my children be able to send their grandchildren to college in ways that doesn't devastate family finances? We just worry. We worry about our clients, and we know this can be unsettling.
So Jim and I also wanted to bring you some perspective as well. Despite this market pullback and the market pullback that we experienced in early 2020 during the early stages of the pandemic, the 1,000 largest US stocks are down on average 13.7% year to date, but they're still up by 45% since the start of the pandemic. And in the last 25 years, we've seen 7 different times where stocks, as measured by the S&P 500, dropped more than 10% inside a year, only to finish the year with positive returns. So here's the difficult part. We just don't know where the market is going to go from here. We can turn on the television and see lots of financial experts predicting all kinds of scenarios, whether it's runaway inflation or a quick economic rebound and anything in between. And still, nobody really knows. So it will take several months of actual data around inflation to gather any real sense of whether the moves that the Federal Reserve has taken around interest rates is working. And until then, it's just a guessing game. We know that markets hate uncertainty, and we're in a period of high uncertainty and high anxiety. We expect this volatility in stocks to continue for a little while because of this. And we could be right or we could be wrong. But Jim and I, with our clients, we continue to take the long-term view on markets. And that view is that time reduces risk. So naturally, for long-term investors, this could be a really good buying opportunity. Given the way the market's been going, you might feel like driving by our offices and throwing a brick through the window. But our suggestion is, if you're going to do that, attach a check to it. And we say that in jest, but really you'd have to go back to well before the pandemic to see stocks with this cheap of a price relative to their earnings.
So after crawling around on my hands and knees at 2:06 in the morning and looking under my son's bed and under the bedroom furniture, I never found the spider. I explained to him that he would have to live with a bit of uncertainty over where that spider got to. He, of course, hated that explanation, and still, he kind of understood. Who knows, I told him, maybe you'll get bit like Peter Parker, get bit in your sleep, and become the next Spider-Man. You might not like the fact that we don't have the answers for these markets either. Included in this email, Jamie and I have a link to our team's calendars. If you're feeling particularly anxious, we've all set aside additional time on our calendars in the next few weeks for quick check-in calls with our clients. If you're okay to ride things out a bit, if you're feeling okay, that's fine too. But feel free to schedule a quick check-in call if that would be helpful to you. You recognize that we might not be able to find all those hidden spiders, or more specifically, give you all the answers that you're looking for right now. However, we take the trust you've placed in us pretty seriously, and we're always happy to chat with you if it's helpful.
Until then, please stay well, enjoy the warmer weather, enjoy the Memorial Day weekend as we honor those who have served our great nation. Thanks and take care.